Let's talk about the absolute meltdown of Trump's haters about his appearance at McDonald's. I'm going to talk about the meltdown, and also, you know that I like to talk about art and movies and paintings and analyze photos, and I'm going to analyze this photo at the end of this section. I think two photos. I'm going to analyze two of them. But this is perhaps the one that I found it more interesting. So let's go to what is the reaction of these haters. We have this guy Ron Filipkowski. I think that he's a bit daft. Maybe I don't know. He hasn't taken his meds or something. He writes. So the place McDonald's wasn't even open. It was all staged and fake. He didn't work for real at a McDonald's. It was a stage fraud just like every other event. Ron, I'm going to address you by name because, you know, I take names very seriously. Ron, you know that Donald Trump has been the subject of, the target of two assassination attempts in less than 3 months, like 2 or 3 months. Actual assassination attempts, and the Secret Service has been upgraded for the real thing since then, and now, well, they have to really take care of Donald Trump, have his back. Do you really believe that, given those circumstances, and given all the hate that the Democrats keep spewing about Trump, and now Elon Musk, we're going to talk about that in a minute, you think it's safe for Trump to just show up at the McDonald's and enter with all the patrons in there and no security outside without controlling every single corner of the McDonald's? Are you out of your mind, or you're stupid, or what? Because that's the thing, is you have to understand. Okay, I want to experience. It's like I said that yesterday on, it was yesterday's live. I think I said that, and I made a remark about something that so many of you are saying. No, McDonald's food is not healthy. It's anti-MAHA, if you will. You know, make America healthy again. We agree. McDonald's maybe perhaps not the healthiest meal in the world, but of course, whoever comes with that argument is missing the point. That Kamala lied about working at McDonald's and she was the fries girl or whatever she said. That was insulting to people who actually have worked there or any similar job. What Trump was doing is a symbol of, I'm going to do it for real. Like, I'm going to go to a McDonald's. I'm going to do all that these hardworking guys and girls do, and I'm going to do it myself. I'm going to learn to do it. I'm going to do the fries, go to the cashier, and it was rehearsed. Yeah, of course, because you have to control every single aspect of a guy who's running for president a third time, and half of the country has a Trump derangement syndrome against him. So, yeah, it's I don't know what to tell you about that. This was a symbol of, I'm going to do it for real. Rehearsed or staged? Of course, the Secret Service are not stupid this time. Populist? Yeah, you bet it. You know that this is let me show you how I'm just part of the people. I'm going to do what the people do, like working at a McDonald's. But who came? This is the question. This is the hard-hitting question. Who came up with the fake McDonald's storyline in the first place? Kamala Harris. So what Trump is doing right now is just trolling her. This is for trolling Kamala and having, of course, a nice photo up. What is the problem with that? And this is the post. Let's go back. And we also have, for example, in Newsweek, the news rumors have been circulating on social media. Rumors, okay? This is all secret. Nobody knows about this. that former President Donald Trump's visit to the popular fast food chain was a stage. Oh my God. Oh my God. Newsweek has discovered, unleashed. This is WikiLeaks Part 2. This is just amazing. And the journalists, so-called, the physiognomy, it's as expected. It's like, man, you can at least like have some kind of, but at least one jacket or a polo shirt, a quarter zip sweater, something, man. You have to try. You have to try to do better. You're going to be out of a job real soon because nobody is trusting the mainstream media anymore because of this. How they change whatever happened. I like this tweet by Pericles Perry Abbasi, the only two people who ever did it with total authenticity. Trump and Lana Del Rey. We know that Lana married a guy who is going to vote for Trump. We know that, well, this is more Americana than you can imagine. That, by the way, that's why I love Lana's songs and albums, because she knows the real deal. So they have they have this huge meltdown. Claim, oh, it was so fake. He was not working. He was not actually working at McDonald's. Shocking news. We're finding that out. That Donald Trump doesn't work at a McDonald's. Are you telling me that he doesn't work at a McDonald's? For real? We're finding that out. Oh, this is like I don't know. This is like, I don't know, Area 51. What else? The X-Files. The X-Files have nothing on this. The X-Files have nothing of this. Visual representation of every demographic across America voting for President Trump. I agree. Yes, this... let's talk about the pictures. Let's talk about the pictures. Because this is perhaps the most emblematic, and at the time of this live stream, this was shared by a real Donald Trump's X account. This doesn't get more wholesome than this. Like 41 million. I think there was more, almost 50 million views, this picture. Many people agree that this was the most emblematic. Trump with the apron. Inside, of course, that working area, that drive-through that so many of us have gone through so many times, like since we were children and teens and young adults, and it's like having that connection. I still remember the first time that McDonald's popped up in Venezuela. It was so nice having them there. Ate a lot of McDonald's back then, and this is not an ad, by the way, but it was the image of him saying goodbye. He caring to say goodbye to the people. Oh, it was rehearsed, but there's something that you need to understand. There's something that you cannot fake. It is all the recollections of the people who have actually worked with Donald Trump, not for Donald Trump, but have worked with him or in the vicinity. There was one anecdote of people who were recording a marketing campaign at Trump Tower, and Trump was late. And they recall that he was so polite to everybody. He was apologizing to everybody for being late. He made sure to get the shots right. And everybody said that this guy, for a billionaire, is he doesn't act like what we think how a billionaire acts, or a multimillionaire. I don't know how many money he had at the time, but you know what I mean. But this, I would say, now, this is my favorite picture. Let me see that. We had it in, yeah, right there. This is my favorite picture for many reasons. Why? You know that I like a composition. And first thing that we have here, we have to, maybe you can squint a little. You squint a little, you see this picture, and you see the two things. First, that you have the warmth of the work that he's doing, where the fries are. You see this warmth, this section of the photograph has a warmth and has that matching, the straps of the apron and the tie match the colors of the fries. I'm pretty sure all of this, although all that was planned. What's the problem? What's the problem in planning things? I'm making these videos. I have to plan them in advance. Oh, you are not doing the videos absolutely spontaneously. No, I have to plan them in advance. I have no script. You see that all the lines converge on the dawn. It's like you have that perspective, and all those lines that are converging on him. That's why it was nice as well. Yeah, it's staged, but the photo was just on point in so many ways. It was a great picture of the action of he doing that trolling. Oh, he was not working. You even have a boom mic. You see this this big thing here? It looks like a fluffy thing. That's a boom mic that was recording what Trump was saying. Yeah, he had a professional recording team. How fake? Yes, because you have to capture that. That's how a campaign works. And he was using Kamala's lies against herself. That's what she was doing in all cases. What else we had in this regard? There's a couple things I wanted to mention. Something that I wanted to mention this. Now that we were talking about that he is in, let's say, in danger, Donald Trump, and why everything had to be staged and controlled. This is what we are talking about. This is what we're talking about. This is Der Spiegel magazine or newspaper or whatever in Germany, calling Elon Musk enemy number 2. Enemy number 2. That's why I told you that there's all this rhetoric of hate and division, especially to both Donald Trump and now Elon Musk, who had already said that he was the target of a couple, attempts. I'm not surprised that so many people hate Elon with all their guts just because he's a billionaire, no other reason. And now you have this. This is. You tell me if this is not hate rhetoric. It's not stirring the pot. Let's say what happens. Let's even draw a target over them. So this is the thing that they have to deal with. And that's why you have to be the Secret Service has to be very careful. And the closer that we are to the elections, well, the higher the stakes in many ways, because you see that Kamala's numbers are worse and worse in so many ways that you have this vicious cycle in Kamala's campaign, that she tries to fix something, she makes it worse. She tries to fix that, she makes it worse. And it happened with the interviews. And we're going to talk about what 60 Minutes said about Kamala Harris in a minute. Incitement. Germany's Der Spiegel has named Elon Musk enemy number 2. Der Spiegel is Germany's most well-known and influential news magazine. The assassination attempt on Donald Trump and the left's unbridled attack on freedom of speech inspired the billionaire to get involved, stating, "They claim they are tolerant, and yet they're incredibly intolerant and spewing hate. Whereas on the right, I see people who tend to regard people on the left as, well, misguided. But they don't hate them. But the amount of hate coming from the left is like, wow, next level." In response to being targeted by Der Spiegel, Elon Musk announced that he'd be upgrading his security. It is one thing to be targeted by the Democrat Party and an entirely different thing to be targeted by a nation state. I mean, these are the times that we are living. And I'm speaking of pictures. I want to leave you with this, or leave this topic and this topic with this amazing collage. Is it collage? Yeah, collage made by Bad Hombre on X of, we're talking about barely 1 year of this. This is barely 1 year, a little more than 1 year. Everything that has happened has been just insane in Trump terms, has been just insane. So many things that have happened. And we're still, how many days are we away from the elections? 15 days or something like that? 15 days? I don't remember. But again, it's like we have this phenomenon that the closer we get to the elections, the longer the days feel, like time begins to warp in a way that is strange. But the only thing that should matter if you could vote early, if you're in a state that you can vote early, if you can already cast your vote via mail-in ballots, maybe that's how you roll, maybe that's how you're gonna do it. Remember to tell your friends to vote. That is very important. Every single vote counts. And if that day, if you're going to vote in person, November 5th, make sure to do it as early as you can. This is paramount. This is paramount to make 2020 not repeat. Let's prevent that 2020 doesn't repeat. But again, I would like to know what you think about this in the comments, and I'm keeping an eye on your live chat as well. Remember to download my free 100 body language tips in the description of this video. You can have all my tips, various tips for body language analysis.